Okay, now guys, we're going to talk about two different people. And we're going to talk about the father of ice cream, and they're claiming that he didn't have patents on his different flavors of ice cream, but which I think he did, but I believe that they stole them like they usually do, like foreigners usually do. They always steal stuff from us, the originators of things. But anyway, but they try to claim that ice cream was an invention that was started in China and that it was passed on from Asia over to Europe and that it was brought over to the Americas in the 1700s. But then again, here it is that they're calling this man here, Augustus Jackson, the father of ice cream. Okay, because he came up with so many different flavors of it. Okay, it says Augustus Jackson, the White House chef, who is also called father of ice cream. He may not have invented ice cream, but Jackson can be called the father of ice cream thanks to the fresh recipes he churned to create the frozen treat. It says ice cream is a popular dessert that has been around for a while. It dates back to 97 AD when a flour version of the frozen treat was enjoyed by the king. We enjoy a much different version of this tasty treat and many flavors of it too, thanks to one candy confectioner who created the modern ice cream. Augustus Jackson was an African American, but we know he probably wasn't African American, he was an American Indian. It says candy confectioner, born April 16, 1808 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He served as a chef in the White House in the 1820s. Jackson would eventually leave the White House and start his own catering and confectionery business in his hometown. It was during this time that Jackson invented new ice cream recipes and better technique to make the world's favorite dessert. Okay, it says, but he was called the father of ice cream thanks to the fresh recipes he churned out. One of those techniques was adding salt to the ice while whipping the custard, which controlled the custard while freezing. It says, unfortunately, there is no proof of whether or not the recipes or methods that Jackson came up with were patented. He did give away his ice cream making methods to ice cream parlors and street vendors, making him one of the wealthiest African Americans in Philadelphia at the time. Now, to me, that doesn't make any sort of sense. How and why? Why would he give away his recipes to parlors and vendors, but yet be the wealthiest, or one of the wealthiest ice cream makers? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. It seemed like to me a lot of people were stealing his recipes and claiming that he didn't patent them. That's what it looks like to me. And then you also had a man who later on, another American Indian, who came up with the ice cream scoop. Now we're going to talk about him too. Okay, Alfred L. Cralle, ice cream mold patent number 576.395, February 2nd, 1897. It says Alfred Cralle was the first African American. Well, we know African American was not created until later. He probably was called a Negro at that time, and obviously he's an American Indian. And it says in Pittsburgh to receive a patent for his invention and ice cream mold that was a valuable household article. Now notice he did this in Pittsburgh, which is in the same state as the father of ice cream. Okay? And it says a native of Virginia, he was born in Londonderry County on September 4th, 1866, and educated in the common schools of the county. It says Cralle later took advanced courses at Wayland Seminary in Washington, D.C. He worked with his father in the carpenter trade as a young man and became interested in mechanics before attending the seminary. It says later he settled in Pittsburgh, where he served as a porter and Mark Hill Brothers drugstore, and it says St. Charles Hotel. He was named assistant manager when the Afro-American Financial Accumulating Merchandise and Business Association was organized. Okay, so They have him. This is an image of him right here. And then here's a picture of the man right here, the inventor of the ice cream scoop. Now, let's think to ourselves. Okay, you have two American Indians that were both in the same state. And one was in Philadelphia, who was known for creating many different flavors of ice cream and who worked as a chef at the White House. Then you have this man here, Mr. Cralle, who created the ice cream scoop. Now, you would have to think to yourself, if it was an invention that Caucasians had created or Asians created, then why did they not create the ice cream scoop to be able to scoop it out more conveniently and serve it more conveniently to customers? So to me, I feel like in a lot of these mass media publications like biography.com and history.com and so on and so forth, I just think that they're lying, about saying that, oh, it was originated in Rome or it was originated in Asia. It's like, I don't know, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But the point of it is, why would they designate a person of American Indian descent as the father of ice cream? Because to me, it seems like that he was the inventor of it, and they don't want to give him credit, as they always try to usurp things that we create for our people. And then once they see of how popular it is and how much money they can make off of it, then that's when they want to steal it. So now we're going to look at how much does the industry that makes ice cream, how much do they make a year? Okay, so private label number 1, they made $1 billion. Ben & Jerry's number 2, $664 million. Blue Bell, $567.9 million. Haagen-Dazs number 4, $562 million. Breyers, $487 million. Turkey Hill, $283 million. Hollow Top, $251 million. Other Unilever ice cream, $243 million. Dryer Eddie's Grand, $217 million. Blue Bunny at $193.7 million. Okay, so as you see, that this is an industry that deals with frozen treats, sweet treats, confections, that is making hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay, now let's look at the flavors that are most popular in the United States. Okay, now on this website, it's the International Dairy Foods Association, and it says ice cream sales and trends, America's top 10 favorite ice cream flavors. According to this organization, it says number 1 is vanilla, 2 is chocolate, the 3rd is cookies and cream, mint chocolate chip cookie dough is number 5, buttered pecan is 6, cookie dough is 7, strawberry is 8, Moose Tracks is 9, and Neapolitan, which we know is a combination of strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate, is number 10. So most of the top 10 are chocolate, and we know chocolate is a flavor that is from the Americas, and that it is in a lot of desserts that American Indians, that the ancient Indians used when, creating, chocolate tea, like in Jamaica, which you know as Jamaica, and also in Mexico and other various parts of the Americas. Okay, so tell me what you think about this. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.